Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of the Dragon Diary series. Okay, we are doing this reading today. We are just a few short days away from Halloween. Yay, love that. And as you know, I've been using my Samhain deck here throughout the month. So you have a few choices for picking today, your pile, okay? I'll go through them individually. We have crystals first. Sunstone, mahogany obsidian, and carnelian. So you can choose by stone if that means something to you. If not, you can go by pile 1, 2, or 3, okay? Or you can go by the card. So we have divination, number 14, broom, number 8, silence, 36. Maybe those numbers mean something to you. Whatever you are drawn to is the message that you're meant to hear. And don't be shy. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, you can certainly watch more than one pile, okay? So take your time, let your intuition speak to you, and I will see you in one or more piles. Hi to those of you who chose pile 1, this sunstone crystal, or this divination card with the number 14 on it. I'm going to set this to the side. We'll see how that may or may not tie in. It could be its own individual message towards the end. I tried something different last month. You know what? I found I kind of almost read the same. So I'm going to go back to my usual and just bring them out as individuals, and then we'll see how they tie together, okay? But I'm also going to stick around because I'm going to be doing more tarot and oracle with more messages coming throughout the entire video. So please stay to the end. And if you found it helpful, throw a like. If you just appreciate the time that's been put into it and the effort, and maybe the fact that this is reaching someone else this particular month, throw a like, okay? And if you want to leave a comment, please do that too. I do read them. So thank you so much. Let's get right into this pile 1. We're talking about what area of your life can you have more loyalty or possibly expect more loyalty, okay? So we have prayer. And with that, we have the Page of Spears. Oh, I just want to check something in this deck because I'm having a mind blank. Yes, okay, spears are wands. I was like, oh, hang on, are spears swords in this deck or are they wands? You know what? I've used it how many times? It doesn't matter. I'll just, in the moment, have a mind blank. So we have prayer and we have Page of Spears or wands. I almost feel here, pile 1, like when I see prayer, this is Prayer the Dragon too, it makes me think of, okay, of you. What is it? What are your hopes and dreams and wishes? Okay, because this is a page. And that little Page of Spears is so inspired, okay, with all these fresh new ideas and believing that, look, out in that big world beyond where he's standing, there's so much to do, to see. There's so much potential. But he's not quite the knight yet where he can take the action to go after it, okay? He's the page. He's in the beginning stages. And I feel that you have these big dreams, maybe these big visions. You can see the big picture here. And I feel that you pray about it, or you meditate about it, or you plant the seeds. I talk about that in my new moon readings. Check those out each month. There's a different energy and area of your life to plant seeds for. And I feel that that's what you're doing, okay? I feel like that's what you're doing. That's what you want to do. I feel that you do sit in meditation, connection with spirit, or you do pray. But the disconnect is the loyalty here, where you need to be more loyal, okay, is in the commitment, in the dedication and devotion of making this happen for yourself. I feel like it's like all the right ideas are there, and it's just like you're doing everything, But what's missing is the, I'm going to say, because it spears here and because this is just a page they're showing me, the inspired action hasn't taken place. And I almost feel like there's a disconnect, and I don't know how else to describe it. I don't think it's, well, okay, maybe this is it. This is what they're popping in, is the disconnect where you've dreamed it, you've wished it, you see it big picture, you are praying about it, meditating about it, and you think that's all you need to do. You don't feel that there's follow through where you have to take action yourself. Okay, maybe that's where the dedication and the devotion is. Spirit's going to help you, but Spirit wants to see you being dedicated and devoted to helping yourself as well. Okay, I feel like that's it. They need to see you committing to it. They need to see you starting to take the inspired action towards it, and they start working in the background on it. That's where I feel the loyalty comes in. It's almost, I don't feel that it's not loyalty to Spirit. It's more of a loyalty to yourself, the dedication and devotement, the commitment even, to then take the next steps. All right. So what's causing this? What block is there that's keeping you from taking those next steps and moving forward with this? Let's check it out and see. We have freedom, breaking the chains. And we have 5 of coins. Oh, so what's blocking you? Well, you're clearly, look, when the cards come out, the cards come out. I read the cards, I read intuitively. We go both ways with this. It's a little combination of everything. But if a card comes out, I'm like, breaking the chains. Yeah, you are tied to an energy, and that energy here is the 5 of coins, that feeling of lack, of not deserving, or almost maybe sometimes too feeling sorry for yourself. Okay, that's kind of coming in a little bit different, but we're going to go with it. But I think what they're saying is you are chained, you are attached to a certain way of thinking. And we know right now that our thoughts control a lot, right? Our thoughts and our emotions. Look, that drives everything. And I feel right now like your thoughts could be what's blocking you. It's almost, okay, I think it's coming in. It's almost like, all right, this feeling of lack that you have, like, I don't deserve it. I don't have, I've never had, am I ever going to get, that type of thing. That's what you're chained to. And because of that, it blocks you, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, from taking those steps forward. Because there's some little part of you here in the background, all right, that doesn't feel that you're deserving of these big dreams and these big visions. And for that reason, I feel you're tied to these thoughts, like I said, consciously or subconsciously. And maybe you're hearing this for the first time and going, oh, I don't know if I've ever really thought about that clear thought out loud, but you're going, oh my heavens, but I think that I may feel this way somewhere internally. It can stem from anywhere, all right? A situation that's happened in the past, something that's been said in the past, whatever it is. But I feel like that's it. It keeps you from taking those steps. It keeps you from feeling that you deserve it, and therefore it never gets past the thoughts and wishes and prayer stage, okay? It just kind of stops there. And I'm telling you, pile 1, this is a really good place to be in. You're doing everything that needs to be done, I feel. And maybe for some of you, you're not, so this might be your message of you need to start. But for the majority, I feel like your thoughts here are in the right place, but there's something underlying that's blocking you from taking the steps forward. So now let's talk about how can you be more open to this. Now that we know what it is, what the block is, how can you be more open? And we have Oberon. As you know, I always read from the deck here with this card. I'm just going to move these over just a little bit because I love them. I love the messages that come out. And the Two of Spears, the Two of Wands. How can you be more? You need to make a plan. Maybe that's it. The lack of forward movement here, or the lack of obligation to yourself, even. I just want to use all those words. With loyalty, it's almost like the dreams, the wishes there, the big pictures there, but there's no plan backing it up. And that could be, for some of you, what holds you back too, okay? We can take these as individual messages. We can read them all together. But they're saying, so to move forward, you need to have a plan. But let's read Oberon here in the book, okay? Because there's always something beautiful in these messages, and they give us insight. Okay. If Oberon has turned up today, it is to reassure you that you can achieve what is required. You may have to dig deep within yourself and maybe do this for the long haul, but you can and will succeed. This striking red dragon's connection is firmly grounded and in effect connects to our base chakra. He therefore relates to everything that makes up our physical lives and the world we create for ourselves. And I do believe with our base chakra, it's that feeling of safety and security. And back here, this is not a feeling of safety and security when you're in a feeling of lack or undeserving. Okay. His message is, nothing in this world you call home is insurmountable. Nothing is too big to deal with. Get your feet back on the ground and anchor yourself into your physical reality, right? Because you're up in your head here with the dreams and the pictures and all of that. I love it. Having your head in the clouds will not give you the answers you desire or require. Connect to your base chakra and reconnect to your physical body. Get out of your head and into your body. Release your ever-tumbling and swirling thoughts. When you are more grounded in this way, you will be better placed to deal with the matters that are demanding your attention. You will then be able to handle them fully and with ease, freeing you, freedom, to move forward. Your time is best spent tackling whatever is demanding your time. Deal with it totally, and then you'll be able to be in a position to move forward. He finishes with, seek the path of least resistance. The more you tussle with the problem, the tighter the noose becomes, eventually strangling the solution. So in relation to this reading right here, it is exactly that. Out of your head and into your body, which I'm going to say is into clear thoughts so that you can take clear action and move forward. Okay, I love that. But also what was said in that message or passage from the book there could also be an individual message to you too, that you might find resonates in another area of your life. That sometimes happens. You come for one thing and you get something else. So never be surprised if that happens, okay? Now, let's talk about a situation or event or person and energy, okay? So attached to those things that could come in and around you and challenge you here. And the challenge, I feel, would be in this way of thinking or not being able to break free from it or not being able to get the plan together, okay? So let's see what the cards are. We have Rose Myrta and Abundance. Abundance and wealth are now flowing towards you. Prepare to be receptive at every level in order to receive all that awaits you with the King of Coins. Here's the thing. I love how this works. You are meant to have what this is that you see and what you wish for, okay? You can make that happen for yourself. How do you make it happen? By having a plan. But they want you to take on King of Coins energy, leadership, disciplined, devoted, committed, all right? Feeling secure in yourself, being the leader in your life, but also doing the hard work that comes with it. That is having the plan and then that action plan, we'll call it, and then following the steps, 1, 2, 3, all the way down on that action plan to make it happen. What I feel here, the situation or event that's going to come in is Okay, this is what I'm getting. It's like you've heard this message. You're like, you know what? I know what this is. I know what I need to do here. I know the plan. I know I need to break free. I know what my plan is to make this happen, or I'm going to start working on it. And then something's going to come in and it's going to be golden. Like it's too good to be true, almost, right? Like it's almost like the abundance is coming into you before you've even done anything. That should be the tip off right there, okay? I feel like it's gonna tempt you to just grab a hold of whatever this is without putting in the hard work. So I feel like the message here for you is probably not a good idea to grab a hold, because everything that glitters isn't gold, okay? It may be too good to be true. As you've discovered so far, without you doing your part and putting the hard work in with the plan, nothing is manifesting for you and coming in. So I feel like this is, I want to say false idol. It must be from all my years of Sunday school and church. Is going to be shining up there in front of you and tempting you to grab a hold of it. And you're like, I want to grab a hold of it because it's everything I think I want, but it's not true. It's like a mirage. I'm going to say it's, you're not going to get this without putting in the hard work. That's Spirit's message. So remember, when an event or situation or a person coming in with this energy, remember this reading, come back and watch it and be like, you know what? I think I'll just put the hard work in myself. Thank you very much. So let's get some more advice and guidance here. Okay, pile one. We have more oracles, so stick through. More messages will come out. There's one card. Okay, the Five of Wands. Let's see, is there anything else that needs to come out here? I just may flip through. The Knight of Wands. Oh, Page to the Knight. Perfect. Okay. Love that. That's forward movement. And the Six of Swords. Love it. Okay. We had the Five of Coins. Oh, two were there. Okay, so under that Knight was a 10. Okay, I was like, whoa, how do I have so many cards? So we have the 5. Then we have the 10. Then we have the Knight. And then we have the Six of Swords. Okay, what I want to say here, okay, is the other messages that are coming out. Look, you can go, when you make the decision to be the King of Coins in your life, the leader, all right, that is when you will no longer be fighting the petty battles. And that could be the petty battle within yourself to break free of these chains and to get rid of this thought process of, or this thought, process of lack in your life and not being deserving, okay? So there's that. Also, when you take the leadership in your life and when you're willing to work on this pile one, you're able to lay down all the burdens that have come before. And I feel it all stays right up around here in this blocking energy, okay? You are not going to have these petty little thoughts and battles anymore. You're going to lay them down and be done with them once and for all. A 10 is an ending. You're done. And once that happens, look, you are going to move from the Page who's just dreaming it and thinking it and inspired about it and believing that they can have whatever they want, to actually taking the inspired action and going after it, okay? You have moved from a Page to a Knight. You are now out riding the horse and you are driven to succeed here, okay? Because you're leaving all this in the past. And what it is, it's moving you from that old way of thinking that was, I almost want to say, debilitating in a way, to someplace that is freeing and clear. And again, freedom, freeing and clear and just no drama, okay? This is so beautiful. When you are loyal to yourself, when you dedicate and you feel a duty towards yourself and doing what's best for you and you commit to it, this is what can happen in your life. Love this message. Okay. Oh, and we just had, I'm going to take 2. They both flew out. So probably a couple good messages in there. We have Air and Water Dragon. Helps you to connect to higher frequencies. Trust your intuition, okay? Develop your psychic abilities. Love that. We have a divination card over here. Be open to enlightenment. Express your inner song. That's all of that passion and an inspiration. Express that, okay? Express what's in you outward. But I love the trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities. Use those as you move along here. Trust your intuition. It can't all just be fire and air, okay? There needs to be a little water thrown in, so trust that intuition. Actually, I might have to put that up here. And then we had this one, Thor's Red, Black, and Gold Dragon. Protects you in times of change. Love it. A time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax. You are safe. When we set out to make changes in our lives, sometimes it's hard, and it's one of the other things that holds us back because we don't know what's on the other side. When you've lived in this area for so long, it's scary to change all of that up and to go to the other side, okay? Like here, the 6 of Swords, going from one in some decks, you're in a boat and you're going from where it's all wavy and rocky and turbulent to where it's calm and peaceful. Sometimes we don't know what calm and peaceful feels like, therefore it can be intimidating. But here's something else interesting. I want to go to this card now. It's a 14, but we can also, when we reduce it down, to a 5, okay? So that's change. 5's all about change and challenge, all right? So, and it's also can be about meditation and spirituality. Trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, divination. You may need that just on a separate level, pile 1. But it says, take a breath, take it twice. Insightful reflections are guided by light. Down here, in the moment when this situation happens, just take a breath. Anytime throughout this, when you need to just take a breath, don't take 1, take 2, it says. But you need to reflect on what you've dedicated yourself, what you've committed, what you've obligated yourself to when you've made a decision to change things, and don't let this shiny golden coin and shimmery whatever distract you and lead you from it. All right, there's that message. Now we go into the deck that you know I love, because there's usually a sentence or two, a question or two sometimes, or statement in the book that will help keep you, I want to say, on the straight and narrow here. Okay, pile 1. So let's get that. And it has a beautiful dragon butterfly and flowers. So the flowers are forget-me-not. Maybe those mean something to you, okay? This is memory. New Zealand Red Admiral is the butterfly. Look that butterfly up. Maybe New Zealand means something to you, okay? So check those out, but I'm going to go to the book here for memory. All right, for here I want to say you're going to erase this memory of lack, but make new memories, right? I think that would be the thing, but let's see what it says. What or with whom are my most precious memories? So maybe there is something from the past that's going to help you as you're moving through this. Maybe it's something, these dreams and wishes, maybe it involves someone else for you, okay? For some of you, that may be it. Or it was someone else in your life who helped you to realize these dreams and wishes. And now you need to remember back to that. I always say to that feeling, so that you can make the plan and have the drive. And I want to say that again, we're talking about the loyalty here to yourself to make this happen. If you don't have your own back, who does, right? That's what I want to say. Now, I just usually do this, and I'm looking at the ceiling. I'm going to stop right there. Here is a sentence. When this card makes an appearance, it is asking you to think back on some of your favorite moments. Delve deeply into your memories to find the experiences and people that bring you joy. Okay, one last card for you, pile 1. Oh, and out came this one. Gently place your feet on the path you were meant to travel. You were meant to travel and go after these, whatever this is up here. You're meant to, remember it talked about here, I think with Oberon, ground down, get your feet on the ground, out of the clouds, on the ground, make the plan and take the action. And maybe for you, travel is involved in that, but you know, that's what it means, right? You're traveling along. So pile one, this is your message. I hope that you enjoyed this and it resonated. You know what? If you enjoyed this reading, just because, please throw me a like. If it resonated with you, definitely throw me a like. And, or if you just know that, hey, this was a really good message. It may not have been mine this time, but I know that it's going to mean something to someone else. Show the love and throw me a like, okay? Leave a comment if it does mean something to you or you want to share something positive and uplifting for others to read. Thank you so much, Pile 1, and I'll see you in another pile or my next reading. Hi to those of you who chose Pile 2, this mahogany obsidian crystal. I'm going to set it right over here for you. And this broom card, which I'm going to read at the end. It may be an individual message. You may find that it ties in with the messages that are going to come out in here for you. I tried something a little different last month. I think this time I'm feeling I need to go back to just the old way that I normally did it. It's not old. It's the way I did it before. So we're going to get right into this. Please stick around to the end because the messages don't end with these cards right here. I do more tarot and I do more oracle at the end. So, you know, the messages come out right through to the very end. So stick around for that. You never know what you might hear, okay? So let's start with, in what area of your life can you have or expect more loyalty? And when I say have more loyalty, yes. When I say expect, or maybe you deserve to receive more loyalty than what you're getting, okay? So first cards out are Oisin and the Five of Swords. Oh, okay. So Oisin is an actual dragon, which doesn't have like I'm going to say a keyword on it. So I'm actually just going to grab the book to see what Oisin's all about, okay? I have it... last night when I made the piles, I put a little pink thing here for myself so I knew where to go. Okay. Oisin here, this dragon, is the king of all the dragons. He flies free with no rider and takes his place at the head of the dragon riders. Okay, I just watched, is it The House of the Dragon? About dragon riders, right? And I don't want to say too much in case you haven't watched season 1 and 2 that's out now. But it makes sense. Some, you know, the dragons need riders. Not Oisin. He doesn't need a rider, okay? Because he's the king of dragons. He asks you to become aware that you are a divine being, to recognize that the love within you is an unstoppable force. We are all in contact with the source of all being. For you, that could be God, it could be the universe, it could be something else, all right? Whatever it is that you believe to be your higher power and source. In this great group of dragon riders, take up your magic sword, staff, or stone, depending on what you carry with you, and hold it high above your head. This is what you use to capture and collect divine love. Fly off on your dragon, and divine love will flow from the source of all being through the object you hold aloft and into you. Now open your heart and let this love flow from your heart down to the earth. Look to your left and right and see how thousands of dragon riders are doing the same. Fix this image deep in your heart. Bless your divine love, Lady Gaia, your great mother, who bears and nourishes you every day. Acknowledge the power and magic of love and recognize yourself. You are a divine being. Okay, so that's what this card is. This is you, I want to say, being loyal to you. you, the divine being, okay? I also love the rest of the message, though. You may take that when you are thinking of yourself. You are a divine being who has come down here in this incarnation to earth to be love, to spread love. And you hear this all the time. It's not a cliche, okay? We want to call it that, but it's not. And they want you to be loyal. I want to say they want you to be loyal to that obligation, okay? That you are coming here to be a good example, that you are coming here to not try to steal and take from everyone else, but to give. Okay, there's going to be more to this message as we get going, but that loyalty is, I want to say, the commitment that you've made. You may not remember it, but you made the commitment to come down here and to be a good person. A lot of us forget what we've come down for, but maybe this is your message pile to start looking into that and trying to remember. But if nothing else, just remembering, you know what? Kindness, caring, and compassion. But let's get more into this message because I feel like there's going to be more that's going to come out with this. All right. What's blocking you from maybe showing this love or being able to have the loyalty to this obligation or duty? It's almost like you have an obligation and duty to come here, pile 2, and be love. Okay. But what's maybe holding you back from that? Or maybe you can show it sometimes in good deeds and just being a good person. And then other times you're like, who am I? All right. So what blocks you sometimes from allowing it to just be who you are at all times? We have invention, burning with passion, and the 7 of Spears. Oh, this is so interesting. I feel right now what blocks you from this is all the time it takes for you to explain yourself. Okay? It's the time that it's taking you to explain yourself. I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a weird, odd message, but it's all, I feel like if you're here, it's going to make sense to you, all right? See, you want to be lighting things up. You want to be burning with passion and love and inspiration and all of those things and letting it shine out into the world, okay? But it's almost like the way you're going about it or doing it, it just always has people questioning you, okay? It always has people questioning you, like, who do you think you are? Oh, goody two shoes. Or, oh, aren't you Mary Poppins? Or aren't you Dolly Do-Gooder? Whatever. It's like there's something where you're always having to defend yourself. And sometimes you're like, oh my, this is just, you know what? It's too... It reminds me of Jack Black in a movie. It's not exactly what he says, but it's kind of like it. It's just so hard to be good, right? Like it's just so hard to be good because people just don't understand it. And I feel like sometimes that blocks you because you're just like, I can't get into it today. I don't have time to explain myself. So there's that. Okay, let's get on to, all right, we know that's the block now, but how can you open up and unblock that? And we have, oh, how interesting, Gaia. Gaia, I'm going to read from the book for this, and I've never had, I don't think, Gaia come out before, so that's, I'm looking forward to that. But we have Gaia, and with Gaia, we have 9 of Cups. It's almost like somehow whatever this is where you are going to find your emotional fulfillment. And I can't remember this guy's name, and I loved him. He was so sweet. Jon Snow's best friend. But remember, he got to go to, what was it, the big hall or where all the books were. And it meant he had to leave, but it's where he found his fulfillment in life, his happiness. It was what he was meant to do. And I feel like this is what you're meant to do, okay, pile 2? It's just hard for you to do it sometimes, but let's read out of the book here with this Gaia card and see what it has to say. Okay. The dragon Gaia is the earth keeper and carries Gaia's ancient knowledge deep within her. She is one of the oldest dragons yet to come to earth. She says, I am the etheric body of your planet. I urge you to protect her and all who dwell upon her. How interesting that this, like if you look at this card, it's like he's protecting himself from all the naysayers, right? Okay. I will guide you into restoring balance. What is done cannot be undone. And alas, some things are gone forever. Have courage to stand up for what you believe in, your heart to be true, and I will stand with you. You can be that change. Call upon her support when you are working on a new project and need to anchor it fully. You can evoke her wisdom when any form of group work is taking place to anchor the collective vibration to the planet. Make use of her grounding energy. She is also here now to help ground the frequencies of the fifth dimension and above, which are coming into our consciousness. She will guide us when we are ready to reignite the light of the Earth's grids. The deep healing that this invokes will help Gaia and us humans to build peace on Earth and a future that is sustainable. Okay, I love this. All right. So it is no longer a time in our world. I've got to come right back to here to where we need to be, stealing from Peter to pay Paul. I'm horrible with sayings. Where we feel that we need to just take and take and take and take. There's that Capricorn energy we were in. We're having a slight Pluto retrograde back into it right now until November, I think 2019. Maybe 23rd, one or the other. Okay, so all I'm going to say is, and then it's gone forever, and we will never see Pluto and Capricorn again for our lives and or even our children's lives, all right? So that energy is changing to Aquarius, where it's all about the collective and what's best for everyone, okay? So we think that it's all this, as everyone likes to say, woke crap. No, it's literally the planetary movements. Pluto's now moving into Aquarius. It's about the collective. What is best for the collective? What changes can be made to be best for the collective? And I feel that you here being the love, the kindness, the caring, and compassion is what is helping to make that change. If we all do it, it's why I do this. I do this for many reasons, and that's one of them, though, to help us all to be better people. And sometimes it is a fight where, people are criticizing you and being negative towards you for it. But here's the thing. I'm sorry, it's not about me, but I'm using myself as the example. I'm burning with passion, right? To get these messages out to people. I love doing it. I also am an astrologer and I also do medium readings. I want to help people be better people, including myself. And it's a daily grind to make it happen. But you know what? It's so worth it in the end. So I just had to share that for some reason, okay? Because maybe you're going through the same thing and you're like, oh, it's a hard grind. All right. Let's just be honest. Like Jack Black, whatever it was, he didn't say the exact words, but sometimes it's hard to be good. I think that's what I said. Anyway. Let's get on to where there's going to be a situation, event, or even a person that's going to come in and maybe cause a bit of a challenge for you in this area. So I'm going to read the cards first, and then we'll get into what the challenge is. We have Zadkiel and Grazalu. The time of being passive and accepting begins now. Let go of all desires. Be patient and prepared. The right moment will come. Everything has its time. This isn't going to change overnight, okay? In context to this reading, this card, this isn't going to change overnight. We have to be patient. We have to let go of the desire that everyone's just going to go, okay, I totally understand what you're doing. I'm on board. It's not going to happen like that. Seven of Cups. It's because there's choices. There are many different choices we can make here, okay? the right moment, the right choice, the right time, or the right choice, the right moment, the right choice, the right time, and it will happen. But all we can do is do our part, okay, for Mother Gaia and ourselves and our fellow human beings. So I love this message. Now let's talk about a situation or event where you may feel challenged. Something's going to come in. And what I'm hearing is okay, so see here, it's the Seven of Cups. I always think of seven options. What I feel is something's going to come in, and it's like the options aren't there because they want it to happen quickly, okay? They want the decision to be made quickly. And the reason I feel whether it's a person or like the situation event itself, the decision needs to be made quickly because they don't want you to see the different options. They only want you to see the one option, which is being presented to you as the good or the best option. But with this card here, what I'm feeling is, no, you just need to just take a step back, right? Just take a step back. And instead of being drawn, I'm going to say, to the desire of whatever this is, you're going to take a step back and you're going to say, this isn't feeling right to me, which means it isn't the right choice. It isn't the moment, and it isn't the time. I should have more choices, and I feel like I'm only being given one. That situation's going to come up. Remember, I always say at this reading, because it's not going to be the right choice. Okay? Someone wants to try to take something from you. Okay? That's what this Five of Swords is. They want to win at all costs. They're going to dress it up pretty, because I think this is a beautiful card. They're going to dress it up pretty, but it's like, it's just one choice. And, come on, you need to make this choice. I mean, there aren't any other choices. This is the best thing since sliced bread. You're like, don't question it. That's what I feel this is. So just be ready for that, okay? Let's get further advice, guidance. What's on the table, maybe something that's not on the table, okay? I like this message for you, pile 2. This is really interesting. I said it feels a bit different, but I like the way it's all coming together here in the end. We have Justice. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Five of Pentacles. What I want to say, I'm going to go through each one here. What I want to say is this. With the Justice card, I always go straight to the scales, right? Whatever, I think there's a few things here. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, be an Oisin here, I feel you're doing it for fair, balanced, and the right reasons. You want everyone to be treated equally and the same and good, right? You just want everyone to be treated good. It may not necessarily mean that everyone's treated equally or fairly all the time, but just good. Like, why are we so mean and trying to steal and take from one another? So I feel that you're doing this for the right reasons. You know that every choice that we make, there is a consequence to that. So if you choose bad, there's a consequence to that. You choose good, there's a good consequence to that, right? You understand that. You understand that your job with spreading love, care, and compassion is to make the right choices that are best for everyone. And I feel like it comes right into here, because at the end of the day, we are all here to learn. We are all here to teach. So we are both teachers and students. This is my Hierophant card always. We are, in this case, you're meant to be a teacher, I feel, pile 2, and others will learn from you. But you inadvertently learn as well. So it goes both ways. And with the Five of Pentacles, this is feeling like giving up. This is the person who's sitting out begging because, you know, they don't have anything, or they feel like they don't. It's a feeling of lack or loss or hopelessness. I almost want to say it kind of is like the Five of Cups for me too, right? It's just you're in a bad place. They want you to come out of that. Or if you feel yourself slipping into that because you know, people are still trying to loot and steal and people are still trying to beat you up, it can beat you down sometimes. And they want you to just remember why you're doing it, okay? Remember why. You are Oisin up here. All right, love it. Now, I'm going to just look at the Broom card before I get into the other oracle. So it's a number 8. Maybe that number 8 means something to you, but you know what the number 8 is? The number 8 is, I want to say first thing out, is just a darn good work ethic. And I'm saying it because it's a broom and I think of sweeping. And, you know, you need to keep things clean, right? So you need to work at that. This will be work. Like I said, sometimes it's a grind, right? But let me read the card. What dreams may come from what you seek? Make room, make way, a clearing need be. I feel like it's just saying here in this reading for you. I mean, these individual things that I read could mean something to you. Maybe you just need to do a cleaning, a leaving behind of stuff in general here with the broom. You need to sweep it away. And I feel here is you need to sweep away from this and from this. You just need to sweep it away and remember why it is that you're here, okay? You need to sweep away this one choice offer or something that's coming into you, all right? You need to just clear that out, but you also need to keep yourself clear, all right? So maybe energy clearing is something you need to do. Maybe a little aura work, maybe a little crystal cleanse, maybe a nice salt water and Epsom salt bath, shower. Maybe you need to go for some Reiki. Whatever it is, just keep yourself and your energy clear, okay? Because that's going to help you. Let's get another card here. We have Rainbow Dragon. Brings the leap of joy that opens new doors. Have trust, rediscover wisdom, expect miracles, accept opportunities. I just want to say that's just advice and guidance straight out there, right? This is making change in your life, making waves, I almost want to say. So have trust that you're doing it for the right reasons, right? You'll learn new things and gain wisdom along the way. Unexpected things are going to happen. Unexpected opportunities are going to come up, but you will know when the time is right. Now, let's get to my favorite deck here. I know I shouldn't have favorites, but I do. I love this one. This shows a plant usually, a butterfly, and it's a dragon butterfly, but the artwork is just so pretty. And in the book, there's actually a question, sometimes two, that can help you as you're moving through all this. We have dreams, okay? It's the royal fern is the plant and the large grass yellow butterfly, okay? So you can look up either one of those, all right? Maybe it will mean something to you in some way, but let me go to dreams. I almost want to say, what's your dream? If you could imagine the perfect earth, what would it be? What would your dream for earth be? For example, no famine, no war, no big mass diseases and sicknesses. That, is that what it is? Maybe it's something else for you. We're all different. We all think and dream in different ways. So let me read it. What action will I take to further my dreams today? So when you think of that dream for Gaia here, for Earth, what is it? And what action will you take today, each day, to make that happen? Okay? Is it just not reacting when someone butts in line in front of you at Starbucks? because they just simply think they can. Someone steals your parking spot at Costco because it's always busy and you can never find one, and not having a parking lot road rage. All right. Maybe it's that. It can be different things for different people. I also just like to do this. I'm not looking and my finger's going to stop and I'm going to read the sentence. Okay. Oh, this is about the plant, I think, or the fern. What is this about the fern? Oh, okay, that's a whole new thing. I'll just go to the first sentence here. This card urges you to think about what your dreams are and how you can move forward in fulfilling them. Even your smallest steps should be taking you toward your dreams. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. This may feel outrageous, but only you hold the key to making your goals a reality. No one else can dictate to you your hopes and aspirations, nor determine their validity. Okay, that's what I needed to read. So, one last card for you, pile 2, before we go. Oh, 2 came out. We'll take both of them. Assess your deep feminine intuition and allow new possibilities to flow. So be open, okay? We talked about that somewhere, or maybe that was another pile, but still, trust your gut, okay? Trust your gut, trust your feelings. Have your mind and your heart working together, okay? And honor your soul path and step into your authentic self. Let your intuition inform your pathway. There are your 2 final cards, pile 2. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, hit that like button. Sometimes they don't always resonate with you. It just might not be your reading for this month. Maybe you need another pile. It can be different. Maybe just one little part of it meant something. Please hit that like button. I'm really talking about interaction with my channel this month. So, please indulge me and hit that like button. You know what? It may not have been a complete message for you, only a partial, but you know what? I did put time and work into it, and it may be a great message for someone else. So hit the like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was being relentless there, but I do appreciate your time and your support. And I will see you in your next reading, or maybe in another pile. Hi to those of you who chose pile 3, this beautiful carnelian crystal. Okay, I'll set it over here. And the silence card, which I'll read a little later in the reading. But I'm going to go back. I did it a little different last month. You know what? I'm going back to my original way of doing it. We're going to go through each set of cards, but please stick around because I also pull live tarot and live oracle, and sometimes they tie into this overall message, and sometimes they're their own individual messages. So, like I said, please stick around. You never know what you're going to hear. It could be in the beginning, it could be in the middle, it could be at the end. Okay, pile 3, let's get started. In what area of your life can you be more loyal, have more loyalty, or maybe expect more loyalty, okay? Or expect it, but maybe, well, you would expect it because it's actually deserving. I'm trusting, right? So let's take a look at this. We have gratitude, okay. Gratitude with the Lovers. All right. I think this happened in pile 3 last month, and I was like, I don't do love readings. But again, when I say that, it can be from platonic, friendship, familial, romantic, okay? But we have the Lovers out here. We have Jon Snow, and I can't remember her name to save my life. I want to say Ingrid, maybe, or something like that. But here's the deal. I feel like your loyalty may be to, do you need to be more loyal to someone, or does someone need to be more loyal to you? Okay. Because I was going to say, I feel like you need to be more loyal. And they were kind of like, I think someone needs to be more loyal to you. Where can you expect loyalty? Is there someone in your life Another person, look, there's people here, so this definitely has to do with people. Is there someone that isn't showing gratitude? Maybe, okay, so the loyalty that you show them, and the just everything you do for them, I don't feel is reciprocated here. That's what I want to say. Even though that looks loving and she looks happy, it's almost like it's like you're wonderful. You're, you know, oh, the Sound of Music. That's what that's reminding me of for whatever reason. You know, you're happy, but are you really? Let's question that. You're showing gratitude. You're giving, but are you receiving that back? You're loyal and have people's backs, but are you getting that back, pile 3? This is something that you need to maybe look at, okay? Let's get some more cards out. Why, what could be blocking this from you, okay? What is it? Let's see if we can get more information. Grief, accepting loss with the Star. Those are very gray cards, aren't they? Okay. What I feel here is it is tying into, and look how they're in gray. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I'm going to say, I feel like you give and give and give. It's almost like you'll give until the death of yourself. You'll give until you have no more to give. And they will just keep taking. It will suck the life energy right out of you. And Spirit's saying that's not what we want for you. This may be a very gray card, but look, you have a shining light. You're the star, okay? You're the star in this duo, this situation with people. Right? You are someone who is deserving of their dreams and wishes. You are someone that deserves blessings back. You are a star that shines brightly to all these other people, but nobody gives back to you to light you up. And what I want to say, the block is you're accepting that. Because you accept the lack, the loss in return, the loyalty in return, they're okay with that because you're feeding them. But I almost feel like this is you. I feel like this is you given to the people, and this is the people given back. They're not giving anything back. It's like they've sucked you dry and you've turned to gray stone. Ooh, that is dark. Okay, but that's what I'm getting here from these cards. You deserve to have loyal people surrounding you. And I feel like maybe, and for some of you, it could be multiples. And for some of you, it could just be one other person. But what I feel here, pile 3, is they are not, it could even be at your job, okay? This is, you know, relationships here. I said love reading, but relationships. Is it a work relationship? You give, and get nothing back. You're the shining star in the light of the office, for example, and get nothing back. You're the shining star in your friend group. Whenever you guys get together, you get the drinks, you make the food, you you pay the bill if you're out for dinner. Does anyone ever do that back? That's what I feel. And they're okay because they see you accepting that behavior from them. And they're like, oh, well, you know, she's fine with it, or she wouldn't keep doing it. Because if someone was doing that to them, oh, here we go, they'd be like, I wouldn't accept that. But yet they're doing it to you. That's what I feel this is, pile 3. And like I said, it can be in any area of your life, in any type of relationship, okay? Let's see how you can get rid of this block, okay? Because I feel you're a good person who just, you know, I said Sound of Music. You want to be out helping people. Look at this traitor. 10 of Swords. Well, this is coming to an end, okay? So I feel like the fact that you're seeing this now, you are gonna I don't know if we want to be so strong to call people traitors, but you kind of get the idea, right? They're stabbing you in the back. They're just like, they're not reciprocating anything. And most certainly they're not being loyal. So, well, isn't that what right? Not being loyal to the cause, or being faithful, or what else could you say, towards you, right? But let's read confidence, because there's going to be something good. I have not read these cards. I don't know if I usually mention I do them the night before, and I don't read this because I like it to be a surprise, because the messages are always freaking awesome. So maybe it's you need to have more confidence in yourself to be able to stand up and say, you know what, I don't accept this anymore. I'm tired of the swords, and I'm tired of the swords in the back here. You know what? This isn't working for me. I give and give and give. You take. You have no loyalty. You do not have my back. You do not give back to me. But let's read confidence and see. Call upon this dragon when your confidence has taken a knock, or when you feel you are unable to trust your own judgment. He gives you the hope and courage you need to carry on. He encourages you to dig deep and take the next step. Before I continue, does that mean for some of you, you've realized this already, but you don't know, you don't have the confidence yet to move forward? Okay? That he's saying dig deep to take the next step. Confidence, the dragon, just like an angel, just like a guide, like a dragon guide. Think of it like that. Here to help you. Call on your higher self, on spirit, to help you with this. Let's keep going. He will be beside you all the way, supporting you as you go. He has beautiful dragon energy you can call upon in times of personal crisis and need. Confidence is an awesome dragon to work with, but be warned, he can also be forthright. He says, you can't sit there wallowing in self-pity. You have a job to do, so get on with it. He continues, you have many talents to draw upon and use. Yes, you have taken a few knocks and bruises along the way, but that is life. Oh yeah, he's not pulling any punches here. Your infinite abilities are yet to be explored and uncovered. Your task now is to trust yourself, your inner wisdom, and your intuition. Follow your feelings and listen to your inner guidance. This might well be scary, and you will be taking yourself out of your comfort zone, but playing safe doesn't aid your personal or spiritual growth. Woo! If you have no idea what course of action to take, ask for his guidance, but remember, he is not in any way soft or fluffy. He will tell you or show you what you need to know bluntly and put things in your path that you need to understand. Look for the lessons, and from there you will begin to develop exponentially, both spiritually and personally. You will find your way under his compassionate guidance. Now, this is... I'm going to keep reading this. Part of what confidence teaches us is that we are responsible for our own experiences, however painful or joyous. We need to learn to live, love, forgive, heal, and move on. He is probably one of the toughest dragons I have encountered. That is the lady here who wrote the book, Carolyn Mitchell, and created the cards. He is probably one of the toughest dragons I have encountered, yet he is also gentle and caring. Tough love, I think it's called. Although he's straight talking, he does have huge compassion for us human doings. Right? We do. We don't just be. Bear that in mind if you get a telling off from him, dragon style. So, that's an energy, right? It's time for you to stand up. There's something that you needed to learn. This happening is going to teach you something in some way. And maybe it's just that you learned that you deserve love, respect, and loyalty, and much more to be reciprocated to you. Okay. Now, let's talk about a situation, an event, a person, the energy that's going to be coming in that may cause a little bit of a challenge here, because pile 3, you're going to start working on this, right? You're going to let your light shine, just like over here. I mean, please. You're yeah, you're just going to let this crumble away. You're going to let this, think of it like concrete, like a building. When they take a building down, you're going to let that go, and you're going to move on and start shining your light again. You were already shining it. You just weren't getting anything back, which means it wasn't balanced. And we can't live life not balanced. We know that doesn't work. So I'm going to read the cards, and then I'm going to talk about the event or situation. So we have Lady Nada and Prudence. Oh, what a pretty card. True life happens from one moment to the next. You will find the love you long for in the here and now. So, and like I said, maybe this is happening to some of you and you've realized it, and they're saying in the here and now. Now is right now as you're listening to this. Now is the time to make change. We have Queen of Coins. I love the queens, right? We have, you know, all the queens are loving and kind in their different ways. The Queen of Coins come out here because I want to say she's not the swords, but she's kind of, I'm going to say she's a take no prisoner, because she believes in putting the work in. Like, this isn't going to just resolve itself without putting the work in, having confidence and courage and putting the work in, right? That's why this queen has come out. And I can't remember who she is, but trust me, she's putting the work in to try to get her granddaughter married off to Joffrey. She's not giving up. All right. So that's what I feel this is. You are not going to give up. You are going to be successful. You are going to work hard. You are going to be grounded while you're doing this, just one foot in front of the other, maybe a little methodical. You're going to just make it happen. Okay. You're not afraid to work hard to make this happen for yourself. So take on that energy. Now, I want to bring this card. Oh, actually, let me pull the tarot first, and then we'll get into that card with the other oracles. So further advice, guidance. Okay. Maybe some other things you need to know. Oh, sorry, you guys. This is where sometimes I just get so wound up in what I'm doing, or I just forget things. The event or situation that's going to come in. We'll just leave this card over there for now. I'm still holding the deck here. But the event or situation that's going to come in, someone's going to call upon you for your help, for your aid. What I'm seeing is, you know, like, whether it's at the social committee at work and there's an event that they want to organize. I always think of potlucks, right? Or, you know, a Christmas party or something like that, an outing for a team, or something in a community, or like in the parent-teacher association, maybe, you know, there's going to be a big bake sale or yard sale, that type of stuff, okay? It doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. It could be for you, but what I mean is it's the planning. It's the getting it together. Remember I said maybe you're the one with your friends that always, you know, pays the bill, or you get the drinks, you make the food, you decide what it is the group of you are going to do. I feel like the people that, I'm going to just say it flat out, I'm going to be like Confidence Dragon here and just say it flat out, that take advantage of you, are going to come to you and try to take advantage of you yet again. And they aren't going to quite know what to do when you stand up for yourself and say, you know what, I think I'm going to have to sit this one out. Or I can't take on such a large role this time. I will be responsible for ticket sales, not for planning the whole darn event, right? I think it's going to throw them for a loop. They may not even be happy about it, okay? Pile 3. But that's the situation that's going to come up. Those people, and again, it could be in your family. Maybe you're the person in the family that always organizes and does the events, or it's that kind of energy. You are the doer, okay? As what did it say? You're the human doer, not the human beer. This time you're going to just be the beer, or the being, not the doing, okay? And be prepared, because it might not be accepted so well, but you need to do it. You need to take the stand. Okay, let me get 2 more cards here now with the tarot. So sorry, I forgot about that. Golly, sometimes I just get so excited when I'm doing the messages that I want to just not go in my normal order. So there we have 7 of Pentacles. Here we have 10 of Wands. I love it. I love it. And I love it. One more. And the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. I talked about the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm just going to go straight here to the Knight. Look, the Knight of Pentacles is also, he's everything I said about the Queen. I feel like sometimes they're all just that one energy. Willing to take responsibility, willing to put the hard work in, willing to deal with the daily grind to make this happen, willing to deal sometimes with maybe not so good outcomes, i.e. what might happen down here. But nonetheless, they still just keep going. They're like slow and steady Eddie, just one foot after the other. We keep going, okay? The 7 of Pentacles is you deciding to finally, well, let's just talk about the 10 of Wands here too. You're going to lay the burdens down. You're going to lay this heavy weight. Okay, so if you already knew, you know what I'm talking about. You don't want the swords in your back anymore. You don't want to deal with people that aren't reciprocating loyalty and devotion and faithfulness to you in any way. You're gonna, I want to say, they're all these wands, and you're just gonna lay them down and be like, not gonna do it anymore, people. And then you're gonna start nurturing yourself. The 7 of Pentacles here, I always think of as that nurturing, right? You've planted seeds. Now it's time to feed them, to give them fertilizer, to watch them grow and flourish, to maybe pluck a coin. Think of an apple tree here, there, wherever. You're going to start doing for yourself and fulfilling yourself. Okay, love that. Now let's look at this card. We have, there is a sweet embrace in the nothingness. Stillness brings a presence of self fully embodied. Silence. You may need to just, in this, after this situation, even during this, you may need to sometimes just sit in silence, just be with yourself. Sometimes there's no action to take. Okay, like here, there's no action to take. It's time for you to just sit quietly, you know, feed your plants, feed your pentacles, whatever, however you want to think of it. Nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and just be with you. And learn to love and care for yourself. And maybe give yourself what was lacking here. And once you are fulfilled, you'll be able to go back out again and find maybe new relationships or new people to be around, I want to say, for some of you, just for some of you. Now, let's get some more oracle cards here before we go. Okay. Blue Dragon from the Pleiades prepares you to accept source healing. I love it. Yeah. In the silence you sit, you also receive the healing in, right? Healing those wounds, healing the hurt that this may have brought to you. Accept a heart activation, give and receive heart healing. I feel like you're receiving it here, okay? Don't close your heart off because of the behavior that was given to you and the way people were treating you. Realize you need to, somewhere there was something about releasing, forgiving, and forgetting. Was it in here? You accept the loss, okay? In this case, you just let it go. And you will eventually come back around and you will find people that do fill your cups, that do want to be there for you, that will give you back as much as you give out to them. Okay, let's go to this next one. In the book, there's usually a couple of questions, maybe one, maybe two, it depends. And I find it usually can help you, as maybe if you're having a tough day or a tough go of it, you can kind of ask yourself these questions. For some of you, it may be a daily mantra for you. Bravery, but this is about being brave. Being able to say no is being brave, you guys. It's hard to say no, especially to those people that you've always said yes to, okay? So oak leaves are the plant here, okay? So maybe you have an oak tree that you like to go sit in the silence by. Maybe going out and hugging an oak tree, sitting by an oak tree is going to help bring that healing energy into you. Maybe you want to look up this butterfly, because even though it's a dragon butterfly here, it is a real butterfly, the purple hair streak butterfly. Look that up. It could mean something to you. But let's go to the book about bravery here. I love that that come out. With confidence and courage, love it. Where do I need to show more bravery in this situation? Where have I been brave in my life? Because I'm sure you've been brave in other areas of your life. So where exactly do you need, remember that and be like, well, if I can do it there, I can do it here. It's going to be a little tougher, but I can do it. Now I'm just going to do this and get a sentence. I'm not looking. I'm going to stop right there. Stride forward despite your worries with your head held high in confidence, even if you don't feel it, and keep going. Okay, one last card before we go here, pile 3. I said it in many of the readings before when I do these Dragon Diary readings, okay? That's why I called it a little series. You know what? I am so happy I did this for the Year of the Wood Dragon. I love my dragon decks. I love to be able to do the readings in this way. And I don't know, they're timeless. Go back and look at some of the other ones, because the messages that come out, they're a little bit long, but my heavens, they're good. Reconnect to Mother Nature's world of plenty and you shall receive a myriad of miracles. I said maybe you need to go out and be near the oak tree, or an oak tree has a special meaning for you in some way. You take it as it resonates. But pile 3, good luck with this. I know this situation that might come up can be challenging for you, but you can do it, okay? And these people aren't necessarily your enemies. So you can do it in a nice diplomatic way. That's who you are, okay? So, but you certainly can. But please take the time out for yourself. If you enjoyed this reading, please throw me that, hit that like button, that little thumbs up. You know what? I'm really pushing this month to remind people interaction with my channel really helps my channel. I'm slowly growing and it's going good, but interaction is key. Leave a comment, hit the like button, okay? I'm assuming if you're here, you've subscribed already, but good golly, if you haven't subscribed, then please do that, all right? Even if you just like the message itself, even if it all wasn't necessarily yours, just the fact that Spirit has come through to give this message maybe to someone else, and even for my time and effort that's been put into it, you know what? It's a good way to show appreciation for that. Hit that thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll see you in another reading, or maybe in another pile. Bye-bye.